Hello, YouTube. It's your boy, the Crazy Trader, and I'm here again with your favorite stock review. Like I always say, scared money don't make no money, and you always got to risk it to get the biscuit. Hey, I'm here again. I'm going to jump into ATAI Berkeley, and I want to give you a little updates on this. I've spoken about this stock and what they do and what the next catalyst is going to be. I've done a lot for this stock. Well, anyways, if you don't know what ATAI Berkeley is, they're just a biopharmaceutical that are dealing in psychedelics, the one that Trump just kind of fast tracked in his one, I think, was it his last executive order that he made. So this is going to be a highlight of in the biopharmaceutical industry. So you keep an eye on it, and it's pretty cheap too. It's $4. It's not too expensive. Or what you should know about biopharmaceutical stocks is sometimes they can go from 0 to 100 real quick. So this $4 stock can be $400 in 2 weeks, or it can be zero in the next week. So high risk, high reward, and that's how it is. So I'm going down, and I'm going to show you a few things that I kind of found out, because every stock that I hold, I try to look into it, especially the high risk, high reward ones. This one, I hold 4% in my portfolio. My average cost is 290, just for full transparency. I have 1,200 shares. I'm up 37%. So I'm doing pretty good when it comes to this stock. Okay. Um, I want to show you what I discovered. Okay. And one thing I also read about, but I wouldn't even talk about that. Um, I'll show you this first. Okay. Ownership 18.4%. Like I say, normally I want something that is more 50% institutional ownership. When it gets to 50%, then you know that the industry has accepted it. But 18.4%, that's really low. But so what I did was I went there, the 18.4%. I looked at the institutions that are holding it. I looked at the new ones that have reported, which new institutions have reported. And UBS Group, UBS Group, they have bought 7.4 million shares, and they reported in the last quarter, that is in March 31st, 2026. There's a few of them that have reported the same thing. I don't want to go through all of them, but you can see that the institutions are now coming on board, right? 48 of them. This Simotomo also reported March 31st. So a lot of the institutions are coming on board and reporting. You can see OP Asset, 400,000 shares. They also reported in 26. Warm Spring, they also. So in 2026, in the first quarter, you could see that a few institutions have jumped on board. I want to believe that they've seen what you have not seen. China Universal Asset Management Co. Yeah, they also jumped on board. State of New Jersey Common Pension Fund, Fund D, also jumped on board. There's a lot of companies that have jumped on board. And one thing that you have to know is also, and this you can actually see if you go to Atai Berkeley on your Robinhood app on your phone. You can actually see why there's a lot of craziness on it. So there's a on the ad digest, you can read that the option chain, they realized that someone had bought 1,000 contracts of options in 2028 for the $12 strike, right? So this person is kind of forecasting and predicting that by 2028, the stock will pass $12, will be over $12. I think it's a January strike or the March strike. One of them is a January or March 2028. Yeah, is it January or March 2028 $12 strike, right? So go, you could dig into that, but I don't want to waste your time and do all that for you. But I wanted to show you that the institutions have started pouring in, and they started getting in there. So it is something that is worth you looking at. This is my policy when it comes to, especially to young people who are trading. I'm not targeting someone who's about to retire, which is a 50, 60-year old. Don't do this. If you're 20, 21, 22, you have $10,000. People say go and put it in the S&P 500. It's going to take you 40 freaking years to get to $1 million. If you don't, yeah, sometimes you have to take some risks. So you can put 2,000 or 3,000 in the S&P 500, and the other 7,000 you can throw it in stocks that you think are really stable. Let's say you can throw another 3,000 in stocks that are really stable, which makes it 7,000. And then the next 3,000 that you have, you take some risk with it. High risk, high reward. AI is a pretty good place to invest right now. AI is a pretty good place. Okay. So why not take the risk and look for one good solid AI stock? Throw the 3,000 in there, and then when you get your money, just sell it. And that's how you make your money. If you say you're going to be in the S&P 500 or the VOO or the all the SCHDs, all that, if you say you're going to do that as a 25-year-old, you're still going to be investing for the next 40 years just to get to a million. Take some risk. Okay, please. Anyways, like I say, I'm not a professional financial advisor. So this is just for educational and informational purposes only. I hope you have a great weekend and be safe. Peace.